Anand, welcome to Shri Shri University. You have previously been to our Art of Living ashram in Bangalore, and as you have said, you've loved being there and all the experiences you've had. So share with us, this is your first trip to Shri Shri University. How do you feel being here, and what are your first impressions?
All right, first up, thank you very much for being very patient and also for indulging in what we propose to do. And had you guys not supported, had you all not supported, this wouldn't have happened. So thank you very much. I think this is very special. It's very unconventional for how a university campus would look, but it's very real. And I think knowledge happens when not in artificial surroundings. Knowledge happens, growth happens, learning happens when you are connected to realism. The faculties that you're doing here, the way you've created, you've turned a quarry into a center for knowledge, or a unused quarry into a center for knowledge. What better transformation can that be? And only Gurudev can have the kind of vision that we see manifest here. So I'm a huge fan of what he's doing the world over, and now I've become a fan of what's happening here. So hopefully sometime in the future, I'd like my kids to come and study here.
Fantastic. So we are waiting for that. I'm happy I'm talking to a parent of a prospective student. So Anand, you are such an iconic figure in the Indian media. You have carved out a path for yourself. I'm so proud. Guys, we belong to the same college in Bombay. We both went to Podar College. So we are Podar College alumni. So happy about that. So,
but she's much senior to me.
So, you are talking to our students, and each of them is at a cusp of charting the path of their life. What would you say to this generation of students on how they should make their careers, how they should chart a path for their success? Some big mantras from your own life story.
See, one thing is, I wish I had the kind of opportunities you people have. I think every generation says that to the previous generation. But in my case, I'll tell you, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be... I am an MC in a creator role. I'm a host. So life has been kind. But at that time, we couldn't. We didn't have the opportunity. अगर मैं जाके कहता कि Close Up Antakshari, I have been part of it, it was liberating. It was amazing for me to be a part of that. But it was a few and far between. Those stages were not created. There were bands. That was the time when Viva and a lot of these bands had come, MTV had come in, and they're creating bands. But people didn't accept it. Today, any other person can start a music band, and you can establish yourself. If you're really good, 6-8 months, 1 year, you'll establish yourself. If you're really good. Today, you can cross function, look at that. I could have never thought of doing yoga, psychology, mixture, a PhD. It wouldn't have happened. I couldn't have mastered in yoga at that time. It wouldn't have been. Everybody wanted to be a doctor, engineer, MBA. That's how it was. I want to be an economist. I want to study economics, political history, and I wanted to do, chemistry or, some other subject. I couldn't at that time. So today we have that opportunity. Third, there is dignity in labor today, far more than it was earlier. You agree? Right? No. So we are getting to a place where, like the West and some other countries, we don't look down upon any profession. Today there is billions to be made in waste management. Correct? Had I said that I want to get into waste management in the 90s, kachra wala banega kya? That would have been the reaction, right? But today you know the economics of it, and of course you are going and contributing to the ecology. So there are these aspects. But I'll be honest, there's only one simple mantra that I have followed, that make your passion your profession. Do what you love and love what you do. I think if you're able to do that, doesn't matter what anybody and everybody says. Life has its plan for you. it just keeps telling you this is what you're supposed to do. Don't be in denial. Just embrace it. If life takes you in a particular direction, just embrace it. You know, every tree looks different at our university. If you look at it, every tree looks different. But when you look at all of them, they are harmonious, right? They all lean towards each other. Have you seen this behavior of trees? They always lean to the closest tree. आप देखिए सड़क पे ऐसे क्यों झूलते हैं? From across the road, they want to connect. And each tree is different, but their habit is the same. So आप लाइफ में कुछ भी बनिए, योगा इंस्ट्रक्टर होगा तो भी आपसे कोई ना कोई कनेक्ट करेगा, डॉक्टर बनोगे तो भी कनेक्ट करेगा, इंजीनियर बनोगे तो भी करेगा, बिजनेसमैन बनोगे, बिजनेस वूमन बनोगे, कुछ भी बनोगे, you will still connect, right? And you will still serve. So I think just allow life to give you your cues. Don't be in denial. Do what you love and love what you do. That's for me.
Beautiful.
What works.
Beautiful. Embrace life. That is a bit of my mantra also. So, Anand, your life, now your career, if you look back the last couple of decades, it mustn't have been all rosy, right? You must have had your challenges. So, two questions. Firstly, how do you handle the lows of life? And how do you find it? What do you do to bounce back? The reason I'm asking you this is what I see today is that the tenacity to be able to just keep pushing or bouncing back, I see that under challenge. So how did you handle some of your lows? How did you bounce back?
Like I said, accept life. You have to be equipoised. I think reading the Bhagavad Gita helps me a lot. I'm a student of that book, and I finish and I start reading it again. It's my biggest go-to book. I read a lot of authors, a lot of across the board, but I always keep going back to the Bhagavad Gita. I keep going back to pick up any chapter. I'm just saying, no matter how happy you feel, no matter how sad you feel, pick up any chapter, and by the time you read 5 pages, any chapter, 5 pages, you'll find yourself coming back into a state of equilibrium where you're neither too happy nor are you too sad. And that's important. See, every player makes 100. If we are all cricket fans. So Virat Kohli has seen highs, he's seeing lows. Does it change who he is? Because he's been able to get to that equipoise to say, I'll have good days and I'll have bad days. The same ball that I cover drive, the same ball I'll play on, or I'll miss and I'll get bowled, or I'll edge and I'll get caught at slip. So it's applicable to all of us. We'll have good days, we'll have bad days. We'll have successes and we'll have failures. For me, failures have been the bigger teacher. We don't learn from success. We learn from failure. It's the reality. It hurts. But you have to, I think the only person you have to be honest to is the person in the mirror. You have to be brutally honest with that person. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yourself. Correct? In the mirror. Correct? That's where it is. As long as you are not lying to yourself, you'll see through it. And if everything is happy, everything is successful for you, what's the point? You will not even enjoy it. You will take it for granted. You will not enjoy it. जब तक आपको पता नहीं लगेगा कि फुटपाथ पे सोना कैसा लगता है, तब तक आपको बेड की कीमत पता नहीं लगेगी. जब तक आप पैदल चल के नहीं जाओगे, तब तक आपको बाइक की कीमत पता नहीं लगेगी. बाइक पे नहीं जाओगे, तब तक आपको कार की कीमत पता नहीं लगेगी. You will be thankful for what life is giving you only when life does not give you, right? So take that. That's how it is. And the other thing is find your rhythm. हम लोग सब दौड़ते हैं, यहाँ से वहाँ तक दौड़ेंगे. Do you think all of us will cross the finish line at the same time? No. Right? Who's the one who's going to be smiling? The person who runs as per their rhythm, as per their speed, they will smile at the finish line. The person who runs really fast will not be able to smile because he or she will be है ना? The person who's looking at that person, I have to run as fast as that, will be unhappy. हार गया. But the person who's looking around, enjoying lovely fresh air and it's giving energy to my lungs and I'm riding and I'm running on my rhythm, that person will come there and say, मेरा रेस खत्म हो गया. I finished my race. I am happy. क्यों? आप दूसरे का पेस नहीं देख रहे हो ना. आप अपना कंफर्टेबल पेस देख के उस पेस पे चल रहे हो. दूसरे को देखते रहोगे तो अपने को कब देखोगे भाई? That I think these are things which have helped me. And it's not easy to practice. बहुत मुश्किल है. But yes, they've helped.
So beautiful. Big hand. He's making it sound very easy, but I know how tough it is. Few more questions, Anand. One on leadership. You now yourself have a large team. You are leading this team. You are envisioning your future, the team's future, the institutional future. Talk to us about leadership. What does it mean to you? How do you play the leadership role? What are some of the things you see changing, evolving, given the time we are in?
It's not easy to lead, but it's not very difficult either. You have to lead by example. So if you expect your employees or your colleagues to work hard, you have to work harder than them. You can't chill and expect the other to. You can't expect. You have to set standards which are really high, and you have to continue to keep meeting that standard. Leaders make mistakes, leaders falter, but you have to be human enough to accept those mistakes. And more importantly, I think you need to allow people to blossom, bloom. Same shoe doesn't fit everyone. It doesn't work with everyone. What works with you may not work with her, may not work with him. It doesn't. You have to learn that. But more importantly, you have to allow people to make mistakes. But the ground rule is very clear. You don't make the same mistakes again and again. As a leader, you allow your team to make mistakes, but you do not make the same mistakes again and again. So when you give them a free hand, when you hold the reins, this is a craft. It comes to some people naturally, others learn it. But yeah, I think if you are disciplined with yourself, you lead yourself well, you are able to lead your team better.
Beautiful. If you lead yourself well, you can lead the team better. And you have a very unique lifestyle or a unique way of living. So share a little bit about how you lead yourself.
I think I got to thank my family for that, because they've kept me grounded. And interestingly, somebody the other day, we had gone somewhere and there was this astrologer who was there. So I just went and sat and I said, आप बताइए. तो he said कि सर आपको आपके घर में उतनी इज्जत नहीं मिली जितना आपको बाहर मिली है. तो I just laughed. But it was not about izzat. It was about the fact that, people tend to put you on a pedestal because of where you are, how they perceive you, what they do. But it's your family that keeps you grounded. And I think I thank them for that. That it's not overhyped. And I am also very clear on this, that the network, the organization, my own leaders, people who have shown faith and confidence in me, my principles, it's all a collective. So I'm only as good as the team and the organization. So that's the chemistry. So without them, I am nothing. And even without me, they will continue to exist. So it's a reality. And that has to be true. And for me, life में आपको चाहे जितना भी मिल जाए, मुझे आज भी ऑटो में जाने में कोई तकलीफ नहीं है. ट्रेन में, स्लीपर में सोने में, कब आप यहाँ बोले यहाँ सो जाइए, मैं यहाँ भी सो जाऊँगा. तो वो आपको हमेशा पता होना चाहिए कि जो भी आप भोग रहे हो वो प्रभु की कृपा है. जिस दिन नहीं भोगोगे उस दिन भी प्रभु की कृपा है. सो यू हैव टू हैव दैट बैलेंस इन योर हेड. आई थिंक दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट.
Beautiful. So let's take a few questions. Yes.
I am Shashank Patro, founder of Sabhyasa Retail Tech Private Limited. We are incubated here, Sri Sri University, and it has helped us a lot. So coming back to that Bharat story which we are working on. So my startup, we are working in the rural sector, and Prime Minister, has always been saying that the true Bharat is in the rural areas. So we are empowering a lot of people. So my question is that, okay, how do you see in this whole progress or in this whole journey, how is the rural India performing vis-a-vis the urban India? Because 80% people are from that, and a lot of time I see that, okay, despite having a lot of efforts, a lot of deprivation is there. They are not being, they don't have access to the means which is available, like, you and me in Bombay or Delhi or other metropolitan or even say in state capitals. So that is my question, that okay, in this whole journey of Bharat's 2047 vision, how do you see rural India is performing right now and in the position you are sitting at?
I think that's the biggest challenge for any politician, and for the Prime Minister, that's the biggest focus. I was talking to Gajendra Shekhawat ji the other day and some of the other netas also. Their focus is कि गांव का व्यक्ति गांव में रहे. Okay, Yogi Adityanath, one district, one product. Many states are doing this. What they are trying to do is to create an ecosystem across the 720 different districts or blocks across our country, and to develop each as a self-sustainable model so that this entire urban migration stops. Statistics say that by 2030, 2032, 20 crore people are going to migrate from rural India to urban India. And where are they going to move to? They're going to move to the same 10, 15 cities. Now imagine the pressure there. So, it's like a pin pressing just one particular point of your toe when you have the entire body present to be able to spread the pressure. So then what will happen? That entire toe will crack after some time, because all the weight comes, it's not distributed. So for them, this is their biggest challenge. So why this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is happening? Why Har Ghar Nal is happening? Why electricity connection is happening? Because the basic staples are not there. Toilet building is happening. All of this is because, and then you're going to build schools at rural levels. Then you will try and create an ecosystem, set up a factory there. All these corridors which are coming, the defense corridor is coming, the industrial corridor is coming, the agriculture corridor or the food processing corridor is coming. All of these corridors are aimed at what? To try and keep the labor where they are, not to get them to migrate, and to develop those ecosystems. It's a challenge. जब तक हम ये नहीं कर पाएंगे, we can't grow at 11%. We can't grow at 11% till we do it. I still feel a lot of us, this generation today, you have the opportunity to go back to your village and to develop a cooperative there, to set up a trust, to set up an industry, set up something there and get people to work. It's not easy, okay? It's not easy. But it's very satisfying. And when it starts growing, 1 साल का मेहनत है आपका, सिर्फ 1 year. अभी कैसा हुआ? 40 minutes हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, 4 लोग हाथ उठा रहे थे. Last 20 minutes, how many of you participated? Got involved, right? It's that 40-minute effort that gave me the 20-minute dividend. It's the same thing when you go back and set up a thing in rural India or any of the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities. It's a 1 year effort and it'll give you 10 years ka dividend. That's what happens. And I've seen people do it. It's just that we need to have that courage of conviction. We need to have that. That's all. I think it's possible. It's not that it's not possible. It's like you're an entrepreneur yourself. आपको पता है कि ओडिशा में कितना ट्रेडिशनल हैंडलूम वीविंग है. शेफाली वैद्य हैज डन अ स्टोरी वेयर शी सेड सम ऑफ द वीव पैटर्न्स आर 2000 years old. अभी भी चल रहा है. तो उसको मार्केट करना, अच्छा क्वालिटी का प्रोडक्ट बना के बेचना, आपको लगता है मुश्किल है? नहीं, इंटेंट चाहिए. तो अगर आपके पास थोड़ा भी कैपिटल है, आप जाएंगे ऑनेस्ट इंटेंट के साथ, people will help. There's no this one there. But yeah, I agree. We can't grow at 11%, 12% unless we have the real Bharat actually contributing to it and growing. और उधर पैसा बनेगा, उनका लाइफ इंप्रूव होगा, वो कहीं छोड़ के क्यों जाएंगे? उधर ही रहेंगे ना फिर.
That's very well said, Anand, and that's the purpose with which our incubator, in fact, our current incubator is an agri and agri-related businesses and products incubator. We have almost 150 startups in that, and they have created about 4,000-5,000 jobs. We are supporting 20,000 farmers, and almost close to 3 million customers are being served across these incubators, and close to 75-80 crores of turnover. So these are some representations of that, and really what you're saying. Yes.
I'm a startup founder, so actually my question is, what role do you think media should or can play in promoting rural or grassroots entrepreneurs, especially in rural areas and tier 2, tier 3 cities?
I just told you what you can play. There is just go there. media, see, media can, you don't even need us these days. You just put it out on social media, people will make it viral. People will take your story forward. And I'll tell you what, when people start taking your story forward, we'll come to you and say, listen, we want to do your story.
Yes.
It's as simple, no? आपका काम बोलेगा. आपका काम बोलेगा. मीडिया में कितना भी आप दिख जाओगे ना, जब तक आपका काम ग्राउंड पे नहीं बोलेगा, कोई फायदा नहीं है. आप इस काम को लेके जाओ. I urge all of you, please do this. If you have roots in your own village, in your own hometown, you have family or some roots there, go back there and see what you can do there.
Wonderful.
I think that's your biggest contribution to the country that you can make. And you can do it now. क्या है ना, शहर से पढ़ के आया है, पढ़ के आई है, कुछ होगा, वहाँ के लोगों का माइंडसेट कुछ होगा, बट आप वहाँ इंटेंट 1 साल का इन्वेस्टमेंट कर दो वहाँ प्लीज. 1 साल का आप देखो क्या खड़ा हो जाता है. फिर आप वहाँ छोड़ के नहीं आओगे, आप नहीं आओगे.
I'm a PhD scholar over here, and I am doing my research on Niti Shastra. So, how much do you think is the media today, mainstream media, is ethical in its practices? Second, if we consider that media and press in general being one of the 4 pillars of democracy, legislative, executive, and judiciary being the other 3, if you personally want to rate in terms of ethical practices, where do you see media in that rank?
I think there's a big difference between how perception, narratives, and reality. Okay, we are all professionals. We are all working. We are also patriots, very strongly. So, I will say we are very high up there in the 80-90% in terms of our ethical practices. A few handful here and there don't make us who we are. And if we didn't have real intent, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this exercise. We wouldn't be coming out to say this is what we want to do if we really didn't have the interest of our country. What happens is this political aspect of it consumes us. But news is far beyond that. And there's so much more that is said. News channels are far beyond that. And I think somewhere the viewers are also doing it. When they move away from news, when they move away from this entire political rigmarole and they start consuming content which is informative, which is news, but it's about society, it's about people, there is a realization and there will be a recalibration, and you see that all around. So I don't think I don't think the news fraternity or the media fraternity is unethical. No. Largely no. A few bad eggs are there, rotten eggs everywhere. So I don't think they are exception, they are not the rule.
So I think we'll close it here. But Anand, I want to do a quick rapid fire with you.
Sure.
Okay? So let's end this on a fun, happy note.
Sure.
So Mumbai rains or Delhi winters?
Mumbai rains.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, pav bhaji ya chola bhatura?
Neither. I'm a Bhelpuri fan.
Okay, Bhelpuri.
But I love Sardar Pav Bhaji in Tardev.
Okay, good. So pav bhaji. Okay. One word answers. Success.
Contentment.
Beautiful. Wealth.
Happiness.
Beautiful. Family.
Sustenance.
Beautiful. Leadership.
Learning.
Self.
Spiritual.
India.
Bharat.
Future.
Golden.
Beautiful. Art of living.
Jai Gurudev.
Shri Shri University.
Potential.
Beautiful. And you said, Anand, that you wanted to be a singer. So we want you to be a singer here. And we won't you want him to sing a few lines? Yes.
और थोड़ी देर में बस हम जुदा हो जाएंगे, और थोड़ी देर में बस हम जुदा हो जाएंगे, आपको ढूंढूंगा कैसे रास्ते खो जाएंगे, नाम तक भी तो नहीं अपना बताया आपने, दर्द दिल
दर्द जिगर दिल में जगाया आपने। पहले तो मैं शायर था, आशिक बनाया आपने। दर्द दिल दर्द जिगर दिल में जगाया आपने।
Wow, 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 wow. I mean, not only beautiful singing, but what a beautiful song you chose. Wow, wow, wow. Big, big hand to Anand Narasimhan. Anand, thank you for visiting us and filling us with so much intellectual stimulation.